Quite frankly, we need to correct some of this narrative that is coming out from the studios. When I said narrative, and I said those who said the narrative, it means is the understanding of what the problems are. And I did give an example of you administering malaria treatment for typhoid. I think what is coming out from the studios speaks to that. Thankfully, Dr. Kabir has tried to correct some of them. And when I say the breakdown of the normative social order, I think that is clear, and I'm sure, I'm happy you people there got to understand, but it looks, people are looking at the social order as if it's not. And quite frankly, you see, when you have two power sources, what Dr. Kabir Abdamu is thinking about or advocating is going to create anarchy. Why, in the military regime, the military tries to harness power by using traditional rulers, because we are not all over the place. We didn't canvass to be elected. We took power by force. But in the civilian regime, the civilians are wary of a second power source which challenges them. And so if you start allowing traditional rulers and say that it is the federal government that will start dealing with that, moving them, you are going to create more problems for people than that. Even the constitutional monarchy in UK itself has been reduced. The powers have been whittled. They are no more what they used to be. They pay taxes now. They didn't used to pay taxes, and all sort of things. So I think we have to look at this thing without sentiments and look at the national security concerns and components. Coming back to the plateau, you see, there is a misunderstanding of what the problems are. And I did say they are multifaceted. I gave an example about the climate change, the struggle for land. It's quite alarming. If you come to some places in Plateau today, the indigents have been dispossessed of their land. We cannot deny that. Go to places in Barakin Ladi and in Bokos, in Riom and the rest, and find out that all those people have been displaced. Recently, there is an attempt to get them back to their ancestral lands. So we have to understand this clearly. Bringing Gembu as an example, fortunately, I was the commander of 23 Armored Brigade some 20 or so more years ago. And Gembu was under my command. So the population of Gembu itself is so sparse. It's not up to a local government population here in Plateau. Two, the land, if you go and see the vast lands that people went and got there, they can't even farm them now. People took hundreds and hundreds of hectares as land. They are lying fallow there. Nobody is farming them. So Gembu can never be an example of what it is. And in any case, when you get to Gembu, you need a marketplace. Where do you get the market? So if you agree with me and understand what climate change is and is real and what it is doing to the middle belt, then you understand the problems. Now, Plateau State will have what we call Operation Rainbow. And thank God I was one of those who crafted this thing. It is an early warning and an early response mechanism. Early warning in the sense that it's supposed to be deployed right down to the polling units, where they know everybody in that polling units and they are taught and they build up their capacity on what to observe and what to report on, with the clear lines of communication. Unfortunately, we have not been able to implement this thing fully. Part of the things that Dr. Kabir is talking about is, again, this social media thing that they tell you, oh, they've, a lot of those Operation Rainbow people are supposed to operate within their own local communities. You don't recruit them from Lantang and take them to Jos North. No. They are supposed to be within the community, those who are known men of proven character, and those who are supposed to be within that community. So I think, again, this narrative, what the social media carries here and there, compounds our problem. The problem in Plateau is that, one, there is issue of land. People want to take over the land. Two,
General,